Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and I'm now in the town of Montrose, Colorado, and I'm going to go through the Museum of the Mountain West. Now, this is not just an ordinary museum. They have quite a few old Western buildings, and those are always interesting to see. They've got quite a large property here, so why don't you go through it with me? This must be Montrose's motto: stay here, play here, everywhere. And here is a map of the city. They've got a large park, water sports park, and this is the Uncompadre River that runs through town. And going to go into the visitor center here and get my ticket to the museum. So inside the building here, they've got set up several small stores and businesses. Here's a drugstore. I can go in there, and here's a wooden Indian. Ooh, they've got a lot of drugs. All sorts of things here. And this is what they use to make eyeglasses with.
Look at all that. Look at
And look at all this. They just make their own remedies here, I guess.
Yep. Everybody wanted a pill back then too.
Cigar boxes. I remember when aspirins came in such small little containers like that you keep in your pocket. Got a couple what they used to call one-arm bandits. A couple old jute boxes. 3 of them. Dr. Johnson's medical office. And the doctor is in, it says. This is an antique sewing machine. Doesn't look like a normal sewing machine at all. Here's an old desk, and they used to have these where a wooden cover would fold down like that. Here are some things from before 1870. This is a Chinese
south of Fredericton, off of 67.
dried vegetable jar, I guess that's what that means.
It's a ghost town now. Missouri's got a few ghost towns. Burford
There's
not
a
really
late 1700s cloth doll, very simple. Conquistador stirrups from the 1500s.
Played more scenic stuff in Colorado. Missouri in the autumn.
1870 to 1900 items.
It's close.
Got several hats here. In these 3 decades, we got Jack Dempsey's boxing gloves.
They was found. You read the bottom of that.
And these items
$3 bill.
are from after 1930. A radio from 1941. Zenith. This is from 1937. And when you had a radio tube blow, you needed to get spares. This tiny little camera from 1938. All sorts of antique cameras here. 3 rows of them. Look at this. Well, that's most of what's in here. Now let's go outside. Here's a carriage workshop. Don't see many of those anymore. And here is a gunsmith. Next door to the gunsmith is a hotel and saloon. There's a teepee, some old farm equipment, and here is the Lonesome Dove bar. The Lonesome Dove is closed. In fact, through the window I can see it's been turned into sort of a garage. Well, they're not going to sell the car in there. Better bring it out. So the Lonesome Dove bar is out of business. And this building is a combination print shop and sheriff's office. There's a luxurious barber chair. This is a general store. Look at all those bottles of who knows what is in there. And dresses and forms. Got an old vegetable fruit scale, cash register. This is from the days when whatever you wanted to buy, you had to ask the clerk for. No self-service. This log cabin says laundry, and here it says watch head over the door. Even though that door is plenty tall, these are some old washing machines. I wonder if this is what laundromats really looked like back then, if you didn't have your own at home. And to quickly dry off the water from your clothes, you put them through this wringer. And this is a drying machine. It says easy spin dryer. You put your clothes in there. Well, I guess this looks like a washing machine, but I guess it was just for the spin cycle. This is somebody's one-room cabin. And there's his outhouse. Here's two more cabins. And then here's a couple much more. Another outhouse and a cabin. And this is a little red schoolhouse with a bell up there. And this says it's the Jutton School. And there's room here for, I think, about 12 people. And there is the school marm with the heating stove right in the middle of the room. A water jug. And a place to hang your hats and coats. This is a Civilian Conservation Corps bunkhouse, which was a government organization to provide work for men. This other building is someone's home with a bedroom. And back then I bet a brick house was an expensive luxury. And here's my expensive luxury. And back here we have a really old caboose and a really kind of a junker now railroad car. A couple more buildings. And this is a railroad depot. That must be the office desk. Now it's just got various displays. A lot of movie posters. And 4 saddles here. John Wayne. And here's a room full of much more saddles and a barbed wire collection. In this building, looks like it was somebody's home. Just one big room. A round oak stove. It's round, but I don't see any oak. In this building was the cabin of a man named Dick Hall. fairly good size. A lot of open space. Everything is along the walls. Even got a refrigerator. What else does a single guy need? They got a church building. Pretty good sized church. Lots of plastic folding chairs. I bet they have actual ceremonies in here, like weddings and funerals. They got a piano and 1, 2, 3 organs. In fact, they've got it downstairs here too. Stained glass windows. Well, folks, I've shown you all the buildings. Very interesting the way they've restored them. Kept them in good condition. Well, except for the railroad cars. And this old truck, not so good condition. Otherwise, I'm very impressed with what they've got here. So if you come to Montrose, definitely stop by here. Good day, folks.